It's time to get set up for a new month. Hi everybody, today I am setting up my bullet journal for the month of February 2019. This is an Archer and Olive notebook that I have started in January, and I will link my 2019 setup in the cards up above if you have not watched that yet. It is actually about a week before February, because I have a trip coming up this weekend to New York for the Planner Masquerade. I figured I'd just get this set up now. So some of these things are not done yet, but I am as far ahead as I need to be to get set up for February. Just a reminder of what the theme of this bullet journal is, function over fancy. This is my year in pain, and as you can see, I have painkillered pretty much the entire month of January, but that comes from having surgery. So you know, that'll remind me of that when I look back at it. I know I still have a week left in January, but I already have my favorite picture of the month. I don't imagine, like, I love selfies with people. My birthday is the last day of January. You'd think I'd find a great picture then, but I don't think anything is going to tickle me as much as this picture that I printed of my cat looking at a spider that scared the shit out of me. He was trying so hard to get it and he couldn't reach it, and it was fucking hilarious. This is my picture of January, and I'm just gonna stick it in now rather than assume that a new one is gonna make me happy. I think this is the one that's gonna take the cake. Now moving forward, I'm gonna go ahead and check off arugula, even though again there's still another week left, because I have already cooked with it this week. I have cooked every week this month with arugula, and I'm feeling very confident that I have found some recipes that my family and I will like. So that was January. February we decided is going to be cauliflower. So I am going to be putting together a Pinterest board of cauliflower recipes. If you go to my Pinterest, I'll have it linked down below. You can find all of the recipes. For those of you who don't know what this is, because I'm a picky eater, and because all of the fruits and vegetables I like are often high in potassium or phosphorus, those are things I have to reduce on the kidney diet I'm on. So I have all of these ones that are actually better for a kidney disease patient, and I'm trying to get better at incorporating them into my diet. As I'm filming this, I have not gotten to this date yet, but I do intend to go through my power sheets on that day, and there will be things I will probably add to my bullet journal after that for February, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So here's my January intentions list, and I got a lot of it done, but there's still some things that didn't get done yet as of the filming of this video. The decluttering really hadn't happened, and I think it was just because it was hard for me to lift anything, so decluttering just felt exhausting. A few of these might get checked off before February starts, so I'm not gonna be moving much from this list into February, because except for the few things I know I'm probably not gonna get to in the next week. As for my challenges, this is where I'm at so far with it. I was having some trouble with it, but honestly, like a lot of my doodling challenges, I'm feeling a little bit better. The challenge for next month is going to be a little bit simpler in terms of doodles. It will not be available for the general public. Patrons get it today, but the rest of you guys can get it in the Facebook group or at my website, CindyGuentert-Baldo.com, next week. This was the only memory keeping I did this month, and honestly, I need to do some memory keeping for the Women's March, but I think I will do that next week because I just haven't had time yet. This kind of bullet journaling was really working for me. So this is something that I need to fill in, and I already drew it in. One of the things on my power sheets that I wanted to get good at was auditing my monthly numbers, and I have decided, after watching a YouTuber I really respect, Amy Landino, talking about what she tracks in her bullet journal in terms of her videos, I thought that this would be a good thing to give a try. To be fair, she makes 2 videos a week. I make 4 to 5 videos a week, so it's a little bit intense, but I'm gonna fill all of this in each month for the videos to kind of get an idea of which ones are doing well and which ones aren't, to help me in future planning. And this is where my bullet journaling has stopped for the day. What I wound up doing was setting up my week. I've got my list for the week, my intentions list, my lettering for the week, and then I put down some washi tape because I figured it would take me about this far to get me to the end of January. February may start here as well, but I just wanted to make sure to keep the majority of January's actual daily bullet journaling in January. January basically brought me to page 36. I have several things I want to do. I want to get my month set up, which is going to look very similar to last month because I like it, and I'm going to keep doing what I like. And then I'm also going to add a year-long YouTube tracker, again inspired by Amy Landino, to check stats for each month in one spot. So we'll start with that. That's not actually a monthly thing, that's a yearly thing. Should have probably gone in the beginning, but I didn't think about it then, so I'm not worried about it. Here is my setup. It's monthly and it'll be just recording the number of each of these things I got in a given month so I can see, am I trending upwards? Am I trending downwards? Etc., etc. So we have YouTube subs, YouTube views, YouTube average 24 hours views. So like what is the average for my videos within 24 hours? How many views does a video get average? YouTube watch time. What is the watch time percentage each month? The number of podcast downloads overall for the month, the average number of downloads within 24 hours of a release of an episode, my Instagram followers that I gained, and the average number of people watching Instagram stories every time I post one. So those are going to be the things I record just to get an idea of trends over the course of the year. Now that that is drawn in here, I am going to start setting up February. This is going to be my February page similar to this one in January. This tracking each video and looking at the 24-hour views and then the over 30 days views. So that's going to go here, and then my February kind of quote unquote cover page will go right here. Since it's plan as you go, there's going to be 28 total videos in February. For my February cover page, I'm actually going to stick with the same way that I did this January one, and I'm going to put a focus for the month. My focus for the month of February is going to be to develop a daily schedule. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm going to follow the exact same schedule every day, but I have so many different tasks that I'm doing that I want to try. I've done this before and I was really good at it for a while, and then I sort of fell off the wagon. So I know that this can work for me, trying to batch tasks on certain days and, schedule, like I like to schedule podcast interviews on Tuesday, Wednesdays, or Thursdays. And so just trying to develop kind of work hours, which is in line with my power sheets, because I want to set boundaries between work time and home time. And so trying to avoid doing a lot of chores and errands on my work days or in my work time, treating it like I'm clocking in at a job. That's kind of how I want to do this month. I want to see if I can add some structure to my days. So that is the focus for February. Establish more structure, both daily and weekly, in order to create and maintain boundaries on my work and family lives. And I will also be working on the habits that I started to get into place in January. And to be fair, in January, I did not get as many habits established as I hoped to, partly because of the surgery sort of throwing all that off. The first half of the month I spent in a stupor. We're working on it, but we're moving forward. So this is my focus. This is what I will be thinking about each day in February to kind of bring me back to center. So for February now, I'm putting in my intentions list, and I will be able to put a few things onto it. The rest of it will come when I do my power sheets prep next week and when I finish up the stuff for January. And I will be filming the power sheets prep, so you can see that video next week. How many times can I say next week in this video? There's a handful of things I know I'm going to need to do in February. The rest will get filled in when I actually get to February. So now I need to put my challenges in. I'm going to just do the same thing. I liked this. The two challenges I do are the Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day Challenge and the Rando Doodles Challenge. Both challenges are ones that I host. One is lettering, one is doodling. The new prompts will be going up next week. You can look for them on Tuesday, January 29th. You can find the challenges on Instagram, Llama Letters, or in my Facebook group, which is Llamas Love Lettering, or on my website, Guentert-Baldo.com. Unless you are one of my patrons, if that is the case, then the challenges should be going live on the Patreon page today. So keep your eye open for those. Anyway, though, I'm doing them both. I'm not adding another one this month. I've got enough challenges in my life going on to add more challenges to my plate. So I'm going to just line these up side by side here like I did last month. I'm going to do the same thing I did this last month. I'm going to draw in a rando doodles spread, and then I will do lettering each week. That seems to be working out great for right now. So I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel because the wheel's working just fine. All right, so there is gonna be the spread. As you can see here, it's the way it works out. You just doodle inside the spread. So that's for February's doodles. And that is everything. This is going to be my February setup. It's fairly light on stuff, but honestly, the only thing new I added were these YouTube trackers. It's working so far. I'm doing okay so far with the stuff that I've got. I don't want to add shit for the sake of adding shit. So instead I'm trying to be really careful when I add new things to know that I'm trying them to see if I like them. So far, this function over fancy experiment is going well. You can keep checking in with me this next month in February. I will actually be doing plan as you go. So I will be uploading every single day, showing how I use my bullet journal in tandem with my power sheets and my Erin Condren to plan each of my days. So you'll be able to get to see this in practice for a whole month. I hope you're looking forward to that. Make sure you subscribe to get those videos each day. And until next time, I would love to know something that was successful for you in January so far. Like, I know January's not over yet, but was there something that was a success for you this January? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.